What is good, YouTube world? It's Jay Coffee tapping back in with another one, man. Top of the morning. How's everyone doing? Hope you guys are having a great day. With week one in the books, all my fellow football fans, jump into the comments below. Let me know who your team is. How did they do? Who you guys got next week? Were you happy with how your team performed? What did you think were the best matchups of week one? What players impressed you? All that, etc. Leave all your week one takes in the comments below. You know what I mean? If you're new over here, that's what we do is we coffee talk it up on music, news, sports, and more. We talk about it all. So make sure you subscribe as well. But, for those who've been rocking with the channel for the longest time, Billy Joel voice, you already know I'm diehard BillsMafia, right? And something that I've, been touching on constantly on this channel over the past few years as the Bills have really emerged and show as one of the top elite teams in the NFL. If you ask me, we're the best team in the NFL right now. But what do I know? You know what I mean? But no one ever wants to give us our props. And I'll leave a video pinned below. It's a funny one. You'll get a laugh out of it. Last year, Patriots fans started talking real greasy as they beat us the first matchup. It was a crazy game, windy as hell out. It was what it was. We lost, but they really got ahead of themselves. Oh, Bills, your reign in the AFC East as the champs has that lasted long, just a couple years. We're back. We got the division back. It's over. This, that, and the third. And then we went out there in the second matchup, smashed on them, and then met them a third time in the wild card round and just totally annihilated them, embarrassed them. They got bodied out there. You know what I'm saying? It was all Buffalo Bills. We were going for it on fourth down. Josh Allen was on one, played flawless football. It was crazy. We smashed them, right? And there was a sports journalist from the New England area media, right, who, as they were covering this on their on whatever channel that was like, even after all this, they're showing the highlights. He's like, the Bills really aren't that good. Look at their records against teams with this record, or Josh Allen really isn't this and that. And they're like, the other people there also, from the New England area were like, are you crazy? Did you watch the same game? Like, he just couldn't accept it. He really just kept going with it too. Like, oh, the Bills just like, okay, by your crazy bugged out logic, if the Bills aren't good, what does that make the Patriots when we just smashed you guys twice in a row? Like, what is wrong with you? And that just really ties in with what I'm saying here, that even though like it's not something really up for discussion, the Bills are for real. Everyone knows it, but some people still like to hate. You know what I'm saying? But over the offseason, somewhere I don't know where this came from. Like, just how I was talking about with these Pats fans got excited for a week or two, and then they shut all the way the block up. Somewhere over the offseason, the Dolphins fans really just started talking real slick, real greasy. Oh, the AFC, like, oh, you guys signed Hill, okay. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, they got a pretty good defense that's been consistently good. Tua is a bum, in my opinion. Like, Tua will never be a good quarterback in the NFL, if you ask me. Let me know what you think. He's just not that dude. You know what I'm saying? But the defense has been good, and that kind of makes me think back of 2017. You guys remember that? I love bringing this up all the time. Week 17, Bills got the division and the playoffs clinched. And Dolphins, top-ranked defense in the NFL. I mean, they were scoring points every week, bailing out Tua. Sometimes Fitz. They should have never benched Fitz for Tua. But anyways, all they had to do was go out there and beat the Bills' second and third stringers, and it was the Matt Barkley, Isaiah McKenzie show. Isaiah McKenzie had 4 touchdowns, ran a punt back, just smashed on them. And this was our second and third stringers against the top-ranked Dolphins defense. You know what I'm saying? That was wild. They were sick about that. And we swept them last year as well, but somewhere during the offseason, they really just started getting real cocky. I just don't quite understand it. And what I saw from them week one against the Patriots didn't really impress me. I mean, they got the win. Defense, first drive, Mac Jones, who also I think is a buster. Had the Patriots in the red zone or just outside of the red zone, and Howard batted a ball, made a good play on it. They picked it off, and it was all Dolphins. 17 unanswered points before the Patriots got on the board. But Tua, he looked all right, but all in all, they didn't really impress me. But a win's a win in the NFL. That's what it is. But I saw this footage, and I'm sorry, guys, for rambling on, but that's just what Jay Coffee Talk does. I'm just so befuddled and flabbergasted by this. Like, where do the Dolphins fans get this idea that they're going to compete with the Buffalo Bills? It's like ludicrous to me. I just don't get it. Comment, guys. Was anyone else noticing this over the offseason, that it was like one day the Dolphins fans just, I don't know, like, they just started going bonkers. Who knows? But a day or two ago, I'm on live with the bro Jay Millie, and apologies, y'all. I'm on live with the bro Jay Millie, and I came across this footage. I wanted to make a video then, but I've been a bit tied up, you know what I mean? But here it is again. I'm scrolling through the timeline, and I see Warlock here, who I've shouted out in other videos. This guy is an amazing member of BillsMafia. This dude is just great, man. He buys tickets for all kinds of members of BillsMafia. I've even seen him pay people's airfare, sending them to games. Hell, a couple hours before the opener, against LA, which I try to tell everyone, we're going to go in there and spoil their homecoming. They're going to go put the banner up, but we're going to put the points up on the board and embarrass them. And we did just that, and again, the Bills is serious. Josh Allen pick up where he left off. Defense, which was already a good defense, but with Jordan Phillips coming back, and of course the addition of Von Miller, were a problem, right? But I don't know, Rams fans didn't want to believe it. But let me just jump into this footage that's been going around. Dolphins fans really feeling themselves. Let's check it out, guys.
We are what? Buffalo! We are what? Bring up Buffalo! We are what? Buffalo. What? Buffalo! Oh, shit. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Buffalo. 2 weeks. Buffalo. We want Buffalo. Buffalo. Fuck you, Buffalo. Fuck you, Buffalo.
You hear him.
We are what? Buffalo. We are what? Bring up Buffalo! We are what? Buffalo. Buffalo.
You hear him. They want Buffalo. Bring on Buffalo. Like, this is them at the game against the Patriots. Again, Patriots are a bad team. You're supposed to beat them. But everyone who watched the game, comment and let me know what you thought about what you saw from Miami. I'm not saying they played a bad game, but they didn't impress me. But again, a win's a win. I don't know. The Dolphins fans, it was comical to me, and it still is funny that they're this cocky and this overconfident, and I've been laughing at it all off season long. But at this point, you heard them. We match up with them in 2 weeks. I don't know. It's come to this now, and this video has been running it up, going pretty viral. But I don't know. It's just funny to me. You see LaShawn Warlock, he says, I can't believe somebody actually tagged me in this video. I'm bringing 10 Bills fans with me to Miami. These Dolphins fans have no clue what I have in store for Hard Rock Stadium. And you want to hear something too? Matt Stafford was talking about in this Rams, Thursday Night Football, where we embarrassed them once again. That's in their house, their Super Bowl celebration. Well, continuing on the celebration, you know what I mean? They already turned up and everything, but a big moment, a huge moment in that franchise. BillsMafia is so heavy in that stadium. They had to, switch to silent count, because that's how we're doing it as our fan base. We're showing up to other people's stadiums and almost taking away the home field advantage in a sense. You know what I mean? But he's getting a chuckle out of this too. But let's hear this once again. You hear them. Fuck you, Buffalo. We want Buffalo 2 weeks. Like, I mean, granted, I know they're out there half in the bag, lost in the sauce, if you will. But it's just like, where does this all come from? Like, for real, guys, whether you're a Dolphins fan or you're not, what was it about this offseason that got these guys tripping like this?
Fuck you, Buffalo! Fuck you, Buffalo! We are what? Buffalo! We are what? Hang up, Buffalo! We are what? Buffalo. What? Buffalo! Oh, shit. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Buffalo. 2 weeks. Buffalo. We want Buffalo. We want Buffalo. Fuck you, Buffalo! Fuck you, Buffalo! We are what?
All right, and you see the person that originally shared this. Well, not originally. Like I said, this has been making its round on all the social networks. But they said, be careful what y'all wish for. You best believe it's going to end up like how it was with the Pats fans. I'm telling you, we're gonna sweep them, I believe. I think we're going to sweep the whole division. And what's crazy to me, too, I was talking to a family member, you know, who is also a Bills fan a little earlier. And we were actually talking about this. Not this particular video, but just, you know, the arrogance of these Dolphins fans. And my family member enlightened me that, as we know, in the NFL media, the sports media, like, most people are picking the Bills to win the Super Bowl. And he was like, man, you know, they picked us to go 15-2 and, you know, whatever. I don't know whose predictions it was that he was talking about. But like I said, I've been seeing across the board, everyone's been picking the Bills. Jay Milley, my bro Jay Milley, is a Niners fan. He keeps talking about we could get that Niners-Bills Super Bowl, you know, that almost happened a bunch of times back in the 90s. Although we did beat them in the regular season, but that don't really matter. We also beat all the teams we lost to as well in the regular season. But my family member was like, yeah, they picked us going 15-2. And one of the losses being to the Dolphins. And I'm like, what? Like, is this just Hill? Is this what this is about? I just don't understand it. But let's see what everyone else is talking about here. Someone says every empty seat surrounding these mentally displaced individuals will be filled with BillsMafia screaming so loud and proud that they'll need to hook up a mic to hear their sadness on film during game day. Never underestimate the Warlock 6. Never underestimate BillsMafia. I love it, man. I got to retweet that one. And again, this gentleman Warlock, what this guy has done, like, I've seen this guy give away like 10, 15 tickets for a game. It was amazing. I shared in one of my previous videos, I first became aware of him doing this when we broke the drought. You know, as Bills made that playoff game, BillsMafia made that playoff game almost kind of like neutral ground, taking over Jacksonville. We lost. It was what it was, but what do you say, LaShawn? I don't care what anyone says. The Bills will come out and destroy this squad. Josh Allen owns the Dolphins. And yeah, Josh really turns up on the Dolphins, right? Like, he really does his thing. And, you know, again, we really looked phenomenal out there against the Rams, but just specifically Josh Allen. I don't know. It's clear to me as this guy has had an amazing skill set since day one. No one wanted to believe in him neither. Just like the Bills, how no one ever wanted to give the Bills props. Even when Josh Allen was showing he could go out there and get the job done, everyone still wanted to hate on him. I'm like, are these people, like, what is wrong with motherfuckers? You know, how about some sportsmanship, or how about just keeping it a buck? This guy is amazing, but you know, you could tell he's really focused. He's really on one. Like how I was stated in the playoffs, he played lights out football. He continued to do so. There was 2 interceptions. One definitely was on Isaiah McKenzie. Come on, Zay. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. Someone says, let them believe their little dreams until Josh Allen and Cole becomes their worst nightmares. Bills by a bazillion. This should be fun after we tear Miami up. These dudes some clowns, man. I wish I could be down there showing them all the reasons they don't want to see Buffalo. Wants to say, sure, this is near where we sat last year. End zone between the Bills tunnel and Miami tunnel. Bills tunnel around section 114. It's about to go down. I'm ready to be there and shut the clowns up. Give them a nice little wave goodbye. Then they head for the exits by the end of the third. Real. Someone's saying that they're swearing and they got their kids with them. I fly for free if you can spare a spot. Get them more lock. This was the same energy last year. Bills lost week 1. Miami beat New England. Division was theirs. We know how that ended up. Again, like, what is it with these Dolphins fans? LOL, are they serious? One offensive score against the Pats. They'll need many more against Buffalo. Buffalo's going to beat them by 35. I really see a blowout. But I don't know. I just had to get on here. Again, apologies for rambling and stambling and stumbling and mumbling on this one. But, it's bright and early. I've been working extra hard, grinding away at the office. So much ish going on. Don't get to get my 8 hours in. Like, I'm on overtime mode and all that. But this just was ridiculous to me. Had to get, sometimes coming up on here in the blogosphere, whether it's making content or whether it's making a live and chopping it up with people, it can be therapeutic. It can be good for you, So with that being said, I'm going to close this one out. Thanks for watching. Look forward to hearing everyone in the comments. And once again, if you're new, don't forget to sub up. Stay tuned. Lots more videos coming. I'm up out of here.